Hi Gemini, happy I'm Clarissa. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're doing well. And Gemini, we're going to be doing a love and general reading for the week of October. So let's see what's in store for you. And if you'd like to be a part of the October competition, where you can win a natal chart reading, a birth chart reading, all you have to do is subscribe. And then at the end of October, I would choose a winner, from a random subscriber, and get a reading with me. So okay, Gemini, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, first card here we have the Tower. So the Tower, really indicates that there are some sharp changes that are happening. With the Tower, it creates a loosening of old emotions, old intentions, things that may have been projected onto you, things that maybe you've been feeling. There's a change that needs to happen to create a sense of freeness from an old situation. There's also a high octave card for Scorpio, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but it also could indicate that you're having to explore some really deep, innate feelings here about the things that are going on in your life, and you're having to make some, really deep, penetrating changes that change the mindset, change the way you feel about certain things. Ten of Pentacles. Because your aim is to get to a place of stability. You're wanting to create this, amazing foundation where you just feel so grounded. You feel free to be whoever you want to be. The things, the ideas that you have. There's a need to change some belief here. Change maybe some of the things that are being projected onto you. So you can feel really grounded, really stable in your in the way you feel, in your emotions. But there is some sharp changes needed. King of Wands. So the King of Wands is a fire sign card. It's also Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So, but it also could be indicating the energies that you're wanting to go through. There's a charge, a passion that you want, because you're willing to fight for this this concept of security. You want your security to be defined in your way. You could be dealing with an energy that wants to project some control over the way they want your version of stability to look or to feel. They want it to be in a certain way. They want to maybe create a certain structure around you, but you're willing to break. This is coming through. You're willing to really break through whatever restrictions are coming your way from external forces, from people that want to project certain things. You're willing to you're willing to fight for it, really. You're ready to go into some of the uncomfortable feelings that it may create, just so you can have the structure in the way that you want it. Good on you. I love this feature. You make concept, make concept. The Knight of Wands. Yes, it's very charged reading here. Again, this is fire card, so Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But it's a situation where you're having to get into the heat of your feelings to make some changes. There's a lot of passion here, basically. There's a lot of passion surrounding this. Maybe the connection that you've been in was very passionate, or maybe there's something about the energies at the moment are igniting this passion within you. It's like you no longer want to sit and allow things to happen. You've allowed things to just stir in the mind for a long time, but now you wanted to change. Now you wanted to provoke the mind to move in a certain direction, one that has a lot of force and decisiveness, drive about the things that you want. You're almost like you're getting yourself ready, getting yourself ready to build this force. So the King of Cups. The King of Cups, again, this is surrounding a very deep emotional situation where emotions were never really in the clearest way that you wanted them to be. This is also a water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You could be connected with it. It also speaks about wanting to change this emotion to be a secure one, something that is very decisive. The intention is spoken, it's said, and it's felt. It's not in this hidden part, or it's not in it's connected to a way a person wants to stir reactions out of you. They want to stir this passion out of you. They want to be a catalyst to erupt certain emotions from you. You want to be stable in a certain emotion. You want it to feel a certain way. Ace of Cups, because you're looking for new love. You're looking, the feeling that you want it to just, something else. With on top of the King of Wands here, something that's commanding, something that doesn't play around, is not indecisive. They know exactly what they want, and they have passion for you. They want to create stability with you. So this is where you're wanting to connect. There's some things that you've got to wrestle with, some old emotions, some complete projection that's been onto you. And now you're coming to your own strength about it. So this charge that you're building up, you're willing to just, almost like reflect the things that they've done to you, or reflect the strength that they maybe have been projecting to you. You want to regain some balance here and show them that you have these ideas. The Hermit, yeah. The Hermit is high octave card for Virgo, so again, you could be, because you've been really getting insightful into how a person works, how their mind works, what drives them, and I think part of the charge and part of your intellectual mind, Gemini, is that you can really study a person, who a person is, and you can really get into the grit of how they feel, like what is their motive. I think you really have this strength here. And I think you've something about the situation that, some things, there's been awakenings here with the Tower card, and now you're coming into really understanding why somebody wants to hold you in a certain feeling. Wants to create this, if they want to create stability, they want your stability, they want you to look in a certain way. But you really had to study. You really had to go into a place of what it meant, what it means for you, like this deeper knowing. And some of it is creating some shock value. Some of it has been, playwright hurtful. But it's creating this, really true, deep knowing that it's almost like you're developing this, gift, power to be able to just understand where to take things, detail. detail in your thinking, not just sporadic, not just, okay, this is what I feel now, and this person's made me feel this then, and the dates, whatever. You're creating a pattern, a logic with it. It's almost as though you're getting details together and understanding that detail, there's like power in that detail. It's going to help you along. Nine of Wands, yeah, the Nine of Wands is definitely having to defend your actions. You know, they're having to understand that there is action to be taken. You know, the implementing of the detail has to go into the action. It can't just stay in the place of thought and contemplation and heat and passion. It's got to move forward. There's got to be process process involved. So yeah, this feels like this is again the structure that you're creating. You're wanting to create the structure, and you're having to delve into the whys and the motives of where this emotion with this other person's emotions come from, why they're trying to implement it onto you, and having to use that, having to create a plan, or create a decisiveness, or create a knowing about their pattern, about their emotional pattern, the intricacies into why they do things towards you to erupt certain things. So you're wanting to take the action into clearing that away, and wanting to use your intellect to become more decisive about the things that you want to take control of, essentially. Okay. Oh yes, perfect timing. The Strength card. Strength card, higher octave card, major arcana for Leo. But again, especially after the Nine of Wands, it's everything. It takes a lot, because changes do take a lot. Comfortability is exactly that. We stay in those things because we don't have to wrestle with how it feels when it changes. But changes, especially if it's been, a change in a different type of pattern, a different type of mindset, that can feel difficult. That can be, it can take some of the physical energy, strength away from us. You're having to understand that if you want these changes, you have to dive into the strength, and you have the full capability of it. You want this to new. You're in complete control over this, and you're becoming more. You're seeing it. You're seeing the worth in how you do things. You're appreciating. You're starting to appreciate the way that you dissect life in a way. Like there is the way that you have this intricacy in knowing like the pattern in people's minds, and you're seeing it as a strength because you're connecting it with movement, action. Okay, let's get some clarification for you, Gemini. Okay, let's clarify the Tower card here. Shuffle. It's ready. The cards are ready. The cards are ready to speak. Let's see. The Wheel, yes. This is a truly karmic situation. And this is understanding that certain processes have got you here. certain processes of action, of the patterns have got to this place, and now you're understanding that different patterns, hermit here, are having to be created. And where it's also so you can see where it's leading to. Again, it goes back to like the mastering the intricacies and understanding the routine that some people have, the routine outbursts that some people have. You feel it coming. You know how to, why you're feeling into the next move and how to maneuver around it, making sure that you're in a stable position to handle it. Let's clarify the 10 of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Oh yes. Love this manifestation card here, understanding these tools. Again, it goes back to you're really coming into your own in mastering why certain individuals want to interact with your energy in a certain way, while all you're trying to do is create some stability. You're just working hard and trying to create some stability, just trying to find your way through. So having to use the tools of whatever you have to hand, becoming the master of all the things that you just have available, and you want to create this stability for yourself. You have to use everything, all the tools, your intellectual gift and everything that you've got to hand to maneuver into a place where it creates stability for you, Gemini. Okay, so let's clarify the King of Wands. The Lovers. This is your card, higher octave card, because there's you wanting to connect with this deeper level. You could be connecting with somebody that's has very similar traits to you, or a similar outlook in their passion to you. Connecting with somebody who just shares a likeness with you. Maybe this person is part of this situation in a way that helps you develop. They could have been helped to help you to recognize certain things within yourself, because it's almost though you see their strength in you. It's not your own. You're capable of your own version. So this new charge of passion could be could have been springboarded because somebody with a very charged, very passionate mindset, a very decisive mindset is around you. There's some good influences here. It could be also yourself just having to just make some certain changes and seeing the situation around you and seeing reflections of where you need to exert your authority, your power, your passion. Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, earth signs of Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Someone who is, understands again the patterns, the intricate patterns of nature, and they know how to be resourceful with the things that are around them. Again, this is a mirroring of the tools, but in a different way, in a more of a value way, more of the things that based on their senses, they go with how they feel, and they create things of value in this way. You're very composed type of individual energy here, and this speaks also into the energy that you need to come into to deal with some of the antagonistic type of behavior and attitudes that you're trying to wrestle away from. Is having this demeanor that is sees their own value and understands that there is a connection to how we feel, and that feeling, and we can grow things from that. We can create value from the things that we feel in such a way that doesn't need outbursts. It doesn't need someone to always trying to make you react in a certain way just so they can feel as though they can have this power over you. If you compose yourself in a way that it doesn't strip you away from your power, you contain it for yourself, and you can pour it into what you feel as though is your growth and your value. Okay, let's clarify the King of Cups. Ten of Wands, woof, you are on your way. You're on your way, Gemini. I feel like some things you just, it's just not there anymore. You've checked out in terms of some things emotionally, and you're ready to just move on, like to make a physical change. Letting certain individuals know that your presence is not there to be a part of their tools of displays of emotion. Your position is completely detached. You're detaching yourself completely, physically, emotionally, mentally, from what it is that's always been, just using your energies as a way to serve their ego. So you just want to, you just want to move away from it. You've got your own direction. There's a knowing of the type of energies that you want to connect with, and so you have to remove some of this very karmic situation here. Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Cups. Page of Swords, yeah. Because there's a process again. This goes back to the learning. Maybe you're learning about something, learn about the things that you want, learning how the type of love that you do want. There's a process of having to explore these new range of emotions, because someone is trying to hold you in a certain emotion for a long time, and so it's almost like you're having to relearn certain emotions, introduce when trusting that you can have an involvement with newer energies that do see good for you, or they are positive for you. So I think there's some indications of a reciprocating energy around you, a reflecting energy, something that shows you appreciation. But you're also having to learn in this process as well, learning that things can be okay, learning that you can feel the way that you want to feel in certain connections. Let's clarify the Hermit. The Queen of Wands, yes. The Queen of Wands is a fire card, a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. You could be connected with one of those energies, but again, it really feels like you're removing certain energies with the heat that you're projecting, but there's this newer passion that's coming in, this understanding that you can inject certain different emotions into your life, because you get it, like people are wanting this newer igniting energy that you have, being the catalyst for change in your own life. They can see it. It's really taken a lot of detail to get to this place. It's really taken a lot of understanding about the patterns that you've been in. This thing that's been going around over and over again. It just feels like there's been no way out of it. So you're deciding to take this action over it, and it's produce this level of confidence for you that you can springboard yourself into your direction. Okay, let's clarify the Nine of Wands. The Eight of Swords. You see this? You see this? Do you see this? This, when certain individuals, but even certain energies, acknowledge that you're trying to free yourself and unchain yourself from what was the way the way they've been used to you being. When you decide to take that time, that moment, and you make the decision to no longer be a part of how they want you to reflect your energy into life, very tied up and we're very kept and held in a certain emotion. When they see that you're changing from that, they hook or crook, they'll try and get you to stay in that energy. Anything, just niggly little things, anything to just keep you bound in that. But you recognize it. You've got to a place where you recognize what certain individuals are doing, and you're having to, over the Nine of Wands, you're feeling like I'm prepared to defend myself. I'm prepared to defend my integrity. this new space that I want to feel. That there's some things have happened where it's like introduce you to new emotions where you feel really good here. So you want to follow that lead. You want to follow the way that feels, and so you're prepared to defend yourself as you go on your journey. So certain people now cannot enter into your sphere, your aura, without permission. All right, let's clarify the strength card. Yeah, Six of Swords. It's another indication of, really traveling away from old thoughts. It's not like you'll forget. You're not saying that you're going to completely devoid yourself from all the things that happened, because you need to take those memories with you, because they're serving as a reminder of where you don't want to, the energies that you don't want to connect with, the energies that you don't want to respond with in a negative way. It's like you have to keep some of these memories to be your post, or your trigger post. Like, okay, I know where that energy goes. I know if I go in that direction, that's where it's going to take me. So you're understanding that, you're willing to move away from these emotions, but you understand that some of them have to be carried with you. So the memories have to be carried with you, so you know how to strengthen yourself against any type of energy that wants to move towards you in the future. You're not having it. Not at all. Okay, Gemini, let's get some love cards. Okay, let's get some love cards for Gemini. Hand of cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. So I think this is really good. This is, again, you're understanding that the detail in certain people's motives, but you're not allowing them to know that you know their motives. Not allowing them to know that you know what they're trying to do and when they try to do it. And that you're just not allowing it. You're playing a very strategic kind of game where you're just focusing on the detail of manifestation. Your intellect is needed in something, and you're not allowing it to be wasted in the triggering of some people. Girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happy, single, living in the moment, having fun. Again, I feel like this is speaking to some of the energies and the newer energies that are coming in, showing how attractive you are, you're with the big ones here, really, having a positive interaction with you. And I feel like because of this is why there's the defense from the past, because you're happy to move into a positive direction. But, some people don't want that for you. So of course they will try and do what they can. But this is, you're happy to just spend time with friends, just have a good time, not take things too seriously, just enjoy life. But there's things that need to be wrestled with as well. But it's good to have that time with people that really truly understand you, can be that support for you, help you make decisive decisions, and have fun. Two, you got two, you got two. Okay, first one is healthy choices, making choices in love life, self-love, self-care, being happier. I love this for you, Gemini. This is where you're obviously you're defining yourself, you're defining your version of happiness right now. So you're understanding that certain choices have to be made, and you're okay with that. You're okay with the way it feels. And then we have palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So yeah, because you're wanting to create a new version of stability, so you're understanding what the detail needed to create those things, and where you're planning to focus your energies. 100%. Okay, let's get some answers for you, Gemini. All right, self-acceptance. I love this for you. I love that for you, Gemini. This definitely speaks about, understanding who you're growing to be, the things that you want, and it's okay to, be a little bit detached with certain energies, because you've been responsible for not just your own energy, but other people's when they project it onto you. So, to having to just, feel as though you can contain your energies and you can accept the things that you want. Perfect. Self-acceptance is self-love, right? Take charge and action. Yes. Love, love, love. You're definitely doing that. You're accumulating your energy. You know what you've got to output, and very having a very methodical mind with certain things, understanding that your power is in the intellect, in the detail, in the information. So having people to try to stir your mind is basically trying to deflect your energy in a certain way. But when you harness your power by taking charge of it, not allowing it to be, filtered through the gauze of, unpleasantness. Get another card for you, Gemini. Surrender. Yeah. You have to surrender to how it feels, to know what to do with it, to know how to take charge of it. Yeah, so this is where we don't avoid certain feelings. This is the first card here, Tower. This is accepting that certain changes need to be made to create that instant change in belief. Some things have to, sometimes when we pay most attention when it strips something away and allows us to be free to insert a new belief. And that new belief is ultimately going to be a benefit, a positive for you. Not allowing you to be tied to certain things and engaging with what is really for you. I love this for you, Gemini. Thank you so much. And if you've loved the reading, and if you'd like to be part of the October competition where you can receive a complimentary birth chart reading, so an astrological natal chart reading with myself, all you have to do is become a subscriber, and I will choose a subscriber at random at the end of October and announce them. So until then, take care. Bye.